I'm a bit fearful of running a Lightning Network wallet on my phone since the app or my phone are not always on. But running a node on my always-on desktop at home is not handy or mobile. Can I run a combination where my phone controls a program on my laptop? Yes, you can. In fact, that's what I do. You could do that with your laptop. I generally find it easier, and it's not that expensive to buy and run a mini node. So, single board PCs of different types, single board computers, mini computers, such as a Raspberry Pi or a small mini PC like an Atom PC with a Celeron processor or something like that, plus an external hard drive, which you can get a USB hard drive. These things will cost you maybe $150. And for $150, you can run a mini computer that you connect either to your Wi-Fi or to your access point. You just leave it running in the background and you install software that runs and manages a Bitcoin node, a Lightning node, and a variety of other nodes. There's a lot of different software packages that do that allow you to run your own node, that make it so easy that even non-technical people can launch it and then manage it entirely through a web interface. I would do that. In fact, let me clarify. I do that. And a variety of Lightning wallets, Bitcoin wallets, and other pieces of software that you run on your smartphone or mobile device will be able to connect directly to your own node. And there's instructions on how to do that. It's fairly easy. So for example, I run a Lightning wallet and all of the infrastructure, the Lightning nodes, the Bitcoin node, and everything else is on my own mini computer that is sitting next to the access point in the room back there. And I access it over Tor, in fact, because it uses onion routing. So I can access it from anywhere in the world over the Tor network, whether I'm home or not, remotely. And it's my own node. And I get the maximum amount of privacy, security, autonomy, self-determination. And authoritatively, I can look at my Bitcoin and Lightning transactions. You could also do this on a Windows machine if you want, on an old laptop if you want, but let's be honest. Server infrastructure runs better, more securely, more reliably, more consistently with higher availability on Linux. There's a reason why Linux has completely dominated the server market. Linux distributions for Raspberry Pi or for small mini PCs exist that have all of these things ready to run and can do one-click installs or maybe just a couple-click installs, and a very easy to boot and install will do it for you. How can we contribute to mastering the Lightning Network book? By providing translations to other languages. I have briefly looked in GitHub, but I couldn't find any reference. Maybe I haven't been looking carefully. Giovanni, I am afraid you cannot yet. So the agreement I have with the publisher, O'Reilly Media, is a bit of a compromise, but it's a compromise that pretty much no other publisher makes. And this compromise is they allow me to publish it under an open license, Creative Commons, but they reserve some of the rights for the first year. And then after a year, if the book is selling and we don't have any problems with distribution, they agree to open that license further. So the way we've done it for my previous two books, and we're doing it now, is in the first year, from the moment it's published, we issue it under a Creative Commons CC BY, Creative Commons Attribution, NC ND, non-commercial, non-derivative. Now, this isn't strictly speaking an open license. It is a Creative Commons license. You are free to read it, you are free to share it, you are free to contribute, you are free to do many things. You are not free to create derivatives, meaning mashups, and you are not free to republish it on your own commercially or non-commercially, because that's a derivative. So translations are derivatives. So we don't actually start the translation process until a year after publication. Publication is due this year. Hopefully by the middle of the year we'll have the book published, and then the clock starts, and in the summer of 2022, it will be open for translation. Many of the translation efforts will start earlier, but we can't actually use any of them until the license has been changed to CC BY SA, which is Attribution Share Alike, which is a fully open license. At that point, we can publish translations. Thank you for that, and I really appreciate your support and your contributions and your efforts in translating. By the way, if by your name I understand you're Italian, if you're interested, Mastering Ethereum and Mastering Bitcoin 2nd edition do not have completed Italian translations as far as I can tell. And so if you would like to do that, you can look on transifex.com/aantonop and find those books and help those translation efforts on transifex.com/aantonop, and there you would be able to translate my existing books, which are under open licenses. Is there an upper bound to the lifetime of a Lightning channel? Could I keep it open forever? There is no upper bound. Yes, you can keep a Lightning channel open forever. The protocol implemented in the modern Lightning Network currently in production does not require you to close channels, and that's because of the implementation of a relative time lock called check sequence verify, which was introduced, I believe, in 2016, which allowed the Lightning Network to keep channels open indefinitely. The original white paper, the Lightning paper, tells you you can't, but that's because that did not exist when the white paper was published. You can keep them open forever.
Hi, I'm Andreas Antonopoulos. If you enjoyed that video, consider that it takes a lot of work to produce open and free content that can be shared with everyone around the world. This isn't sponsored by some company, it's not promoting a product or an altcoin or some kind of investment scheme. My goal is simply to help explain the technology of Bitcoin and open blockchains to as many people as possible in a neutral way that focuses really on the incredible possibilities that this technology brings us. If you'd like to support that mission, subscribe to my channel and go on patreon.com/aantonop, where you can participate and help me build better content for more people. Thank you.